All right, let's get right into it and talk about what really separates the good fighters from the truly great ones. It's not always about who has the most power in their hands. More often than not, it's about the intelligence in their feet. We are talking about footwork, the hidden engine behind all of combat sports mastery.
And who better to start with than the legend himself, Bruce Lee. He absolutely nailed a fundamental truth of fighting. Everything, and I mean everything, your power, your defense, your angles, it all starts from the ground up. He put it perfectly. You just can't use your hands or your kicks effectively if your feet aren't in the right spot to begin with. It's that simple.
This kind of shatters the image most of us have of a fight, right? We pictured two warriors just standing there trading these massive power shots. But the reality, especially at the elite level, it's way more like a high-speed chess match, where every single move is dictated by movement and position.
I love this analogy. Think about it. A knockout punch, a devastating kick, that's the bomb. But what good is a bomb if you can't get it to the target? It's useless. Well, footwork is that delivery system. It's the missile that carries the warhead to its destination.
So, if footwork is so incredibly important, what are the rules? What's the secret language that these fighters are speaking with their feet? Well, let's break down the absolute golden rules of movement. Okay, these 3 rules look pretty simple on paper, don't they? But don't let that fool you. This is the bedrock. This is the foundation upon which every single elite fighter is built. A balanced stance, small controlled steps, and keeping your weight on the balls of your feet. Every slick head movement, every powerful punch, it all starts right here. Rule number 1, and it's number 1 for a reason, your stance. This is ground zero. Your feet need to be about shoulder width apart with your knees slightly bent. It creates this solid, stable platform. Why? Because without it, you can't generate any real power. And even a little push can send you completely off balance. Now, here's something a lot of beginners get wrong. They take these big lunging steps, thinking it's faster. It's not. Big steps get you off balance and make you super predictable. The pros, they take small, almost shuffling steps. It keeps them in control, saves energy, and lets them change direction in a split second. And this right here, this is the difference between being a static, flat-footed target and being a dynamic threat. When your weight is on the balls of your feet, you're like a coiled spring. You're light, you're bouncy, and you're always ready to explode, either forward to attack or backward to get out of trouble. Okay, so you get the rules, but in the middle of a fight, you don't have time to think about rules. So how do you take these concepts and make them completely automatic, completely instinctive? The answer is repetition. And I mean a lot of repetition. The greats aren't thinking, okay, now I need to take a small step to my left. No way. They have drilled these movements thousands and thousands of times until it's just second nature. The goal is to make moving around that ring feel as natural and unconscious as breathing. And this drill is a perfect example of how they build that muscle memory. Look at the pattern. To go forward, the front foot moves first. To go left, the left foot moves first. The other foot always follows, just enough to reset the stance. It's simple, it's boring, but doing this over and over and over again is what burns those perfect habits into your nervous system.
Then you take it to the next level with shadow boxing. This is where it all comes together. You're not just throwing punches in the air, you're blending the footwork with the strikes, making it all one fluid motion. And that mirror? Man, the mirror is your best coach. It doesn't lie, it shows you every little mistake so you can fix it right then and there.
Okay, we've laid the foundation. The movement is becoming instinct. Now, we get to elevate from just moving to high-level strategy. This is where footwork becomes a weapon of the mind. We're talking about ring generalship. This is the chess match we mentioned earlier. It's a fighter's ability to be the general in the battlefield of the ring, controlling the pace, the distance, the positioning, basically forcing their opponent to fight their fight. This is what separates the true artists from the brawlers. So that's the big question, isn't it? How do you do it? How do you become the puppet master inside that ring and make your opponent dance to your tune?
It boils down to one primary tactic: cutting off the ring. The whole goal is to use your movement to make the ring feel smaller and smaller for your opponent. You're taking away their escape routes until they have nowhere to run and they're forced to engage with you exactly where you want them.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty. How does a fighter actually do this? How do you systematically corner your prey inside that squared circle? Okay, this is so important. The rookie mistake, The wrong way is to just chase your opponent. You just run straight at them. A good fighter will just circle away all day and you'll get exhausted. The right way is totally different. You move sideways or laterally to cut off their escape path.
The principle is so simple, it's brilliant. You just mirror your opponent. If they circle to their left, you take a step to your left. If they move to the right, you move to your right. By doing this, you stay right in front of them, like a wall they just can't get around. And here's the key idea to wrap your head around. You're not trying to run into their space. You're taking away the space they want to go to. Your smart lateral movement forces them to keep backing up until eventually, bam, their heels hit the ropes and you've got them right where you want them.
So when you put it all together, it's a system. First, you take control of the center of the ring. That's home base. Then you anticipate where they're going to go and you beat them to the spot. You apply smart pressure, not reckless pressure, and you use feints to get a read on their escape plan. It's a total systematic breakdown. And that right there, that is why people call it the sweet science. It's not just a test of toughness. It's a battle of intelligence, of strategy, of control, all expressed through the beautiful art of movement. So when you boil it all down, footwork is what separates a sloppy brawl from the sweet science. It is literally the fighter's mind, their game plan, and their intelligence playing out in real time on the canvas. The most important fight is often the one happening with the feet.
So I'll leave you with this. The next time you watch a fight, where are your eyes going to be? Yeah, the big knockouts are exciting, but now hopefully you'll be watching the feet. You'll be watching the chess match, because the real story of the fight, it's written on the canvas.